Hey YouTube, welcome back. So just a few hours ago, Nintendo surprised us with a second patch update since the massive 2.0 update released a couple of weeks ago. And like the mini update this time last week, sees a bunch of fixes for several issues I know many of you have already experienced. Now this patch update isn't a major content update, it's not even a minor update, but does collectively address 17 known issues and brings Animal Crossing New Horizons up to version 2.0.2. Anyway, this mini patch update fixes issues across both New Horizons and the Happy Home Paradise expansion if you purchased it, and tends to focus on three main areas for each. It addresses known glitches that are essentially situations where the game doesn't continue as Nintendo intended but can still be played. It fixes broken mechanics that basically stops things working or sees features not work at all, and most importantly fixes game crashes and stops players being thrown out of the game, which for some reason seems to be a real issue with the latest content update. Now for New Horizons, the patch notes show us exactly what has been fixed, including some of the glitches such as Brewster stopping the player from moving on his original Mystery Island tour, some audio issues surrounding the group stretching mechanic, and even a poster issue where the Dodo posters were issued from PHOTOPIA the wrong way around. They also show some features that have been fixed, like the warp pipes that would stop working after trying to buy furniture from a resident's home, which is a really weird one. But among others, the most important fixes for New Horizons in this patch update is to the crashes. That stops the game or player from proceeding or just freezing, including Kappan's song that could randomly stop, leaving you stranded, or another group stretching issue that would sometimes break the game if used during a multiplayer session. Now most of these glitches may not have even affected you or varied slightly for your game, or you might not have even noticed some of the minor ones, as certain conditions do have to be in place for these bugs or glitches to essentially trigger. Moving on, we see similar fixes for the DLC, however most of these are smaller bugs or broken mechanics you probably didn't notice, not too dissimilar to what we see during the launch of pretty much any modern day game. Some of these fixes include UI elements that are displayed at the wrong times, bells being spent at the same time as Pokey, which could be quite annoying actually if you don't have a lot of money, and even roommates not spawning in certain scenes in shared vacation homes under certain conditions. Unfortunately, the DLC did also see some crashes too that threw players right out of the software, including when trying to show Leif to the school, although this never happened to me. Others include using amiibo at specific times that could also cause unintended gameplay and crash the game. Again, most of you may not have noticed the bugs, but the crashes were definitely an issue, so it's nice to see Nintendo jumping on these so quickly. Version 2.0.2 is of course the second patch since the launch of 2.0 and the Happy Home expansion, with one being distributed every week, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of more of these leading up to the holidays, just to iron out any other glitches or broken features that are discovered as people advance through the new content. As I mentioned, these kind of bug fixes and updates are totally normal, as many of these issues are only noticed once the game gets into millions of hands and millions of different conditions for the same set of scenarios can be tested, so don't worry too much about it. If for some reason though your game doesn't update, you can manually update from the Switch home screen by pressing the plus button on the New Horizons icon. But anyway, are you glad to see Nintendo handling this so quickly? And did you experience any of these issues? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.